Welcome back to this new video about iris2. Maybe the most important thing you should know about how to use the visualization tool is that the control of the visualization tool is always in the IDL session. For example, now, as you can see, I'm moving the mouse on the image and it's showing the model atmosphere, it's updating the values, everything is working. But if I press a key, for example, I'm gonna press X, nothing is happening. This is because the control is on the window and not on the IDL session. And this is indicated with this cursor. If I click now in the IDL session, as you can see, this is a full block character, and now the control is on the IDL session. I'm gonna minimize this image to visualize better the things. So here is the control. Now if I type press X, you will see that something is happening. I'm gonna come back here and I still have the control in the IDL session. So as you can see, something is happening. The behavior is changing. And this is because the control is on the IDL session. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to change the behavior of the visualization tool. As you know, in this window, we have a data cube showing the model atmosphere. This is going to happen always because this tool has been created to visualize the model atmosphere recovered by an inversion using iris2. So the model atmosphere is going to be always a variable that you can display. As we are working with a data cube, we would like to run through the third dimension. The first dimension is X, the second is Y, and the third is the optical depth. To move along the third dimension, you are going to use the key Z and X. Z is going to go down in the third dimension, what in our case means going to higher layers in the solar atmosphere. If you press X, you are going to go up in the third dimension, what in our case means going lower in the solar atmosphere. Let's see. Now I'm gonna, as you can see here in the IDL session, I'm gonna press set. As you can see here, things are changing. First, it's gonna change the value of log tau, and this vertical line is gonna move along the optical depth axis because I'm going down in the third dimension and going up in the solar atmosphere. And when I press X, I'm going up in the third dimension, what in our case means going down in the solar atmosphere. As you can see as well, because the values are changing, this image can be saturated or poorly contrasted. You want to change that. For that, you are going to use 4 keys. You want to change the lower limit of the image and the higher limit of the display in the image. For the lower limits, you are going to use the keys H and J. I'm going to, for example, increase that value pressing J. I'm going to increase the lower limit of the displayed image. As you can see here, is changing this value. In this case, that's not very helpful, honestly. So I'm going to go down. You can see now the lower limit is becoming smaller and smaller. And so I'm changing dynamically the contrast of the image. I can do the same with the upper limit. For that, I'm going to use the keys K and L. So now I'm gonna increase the limit, the higher limit, or I'm gonna decrease the higher limit of the image. I'm gonna go very fast and see you can have a better visualization of your data. If I go, for example, now a little bit higher in the atmosphere, you can see that you can improve the visualization of the image display. In the following video, you will learn how to dynamically change the size of this image and how to display other variables. See you then.